Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? Today we'll be doing a review of the 2019 Mustang GT. We'll do an outside walk around, an inside tour, and take it on a drive. Before we continue on the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Mossy Ford over San Diego for providing me this car to review. I'll link down all their contact information below if you're interested in checking them out and seeing what inventory they have in stock.
Perfect.
So starting off with the outside of the car, the first thing you're going to notice is this car's color. It has the ruby red exterior paint, which looks amazing, especially when the light hits it. Continuing on to the side, you do see the 18-inch machine face aluminum wheels with the black painted wheel pockets. I think they look cool, kind of a retro feel to it. Looking behind the wheel, this does have the 14-inch front rotors and 13-inch rear rotors as part of that four-wheel disc brake package, which comes standard on all Mustangs. Going on to the back, this car does have the sequential turn signal lights, which are iconic to a lot of the Mustangs that have been coming out in recent years. I think it's super cool to have. You're probably never going to notice it being on the inside of the car, but it looks cool. And then going back to the front, this does have the LED fog lamps, LED daytime running lights, as well as the vented hood, which is unique to this car. Going on to the inside, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You have your 6-way power adjustable seats. These ones are cloth seats, but you do have the leather-wrapped steering wheel, which gives you your audio control, your cruise control buttons, and is able to tilt and telescope to get you in that perfect driving position. You do also have 2 USB charging ports for both you and the passenger to charge your phones whenever you're in the car, which is a great feature to have. From an infotainment standpoint, your Sync 3 8-inch screen provides you with Bluetooth, hands-free streaming and calling, your rear view camera, as well as your rear view sensing system, and the track apps for adjusting your driving mode settings. So talking about the technical specs of this car, it does come with the 5-liter V8 pushing out 460 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. That's up 25 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque over the previous version 5-liter. The great part is this car has a reinforced crankshaft allowing it to rev up to 7,500 RPM, and it sounds great, as we'll hear in the cold start. A unique feature to this engine is the combination of port and direct fuel injection. It's a good combination that provides you with good performance at low end as well as high end RPM, and also prevents carbon buildup from happening inside your engine. I'll include a link to a well explained video by Engineering Explained going through every single technical dimension and geometry change for this car's engine compared to the previous version. 2 last features I do want to mention is the limited slip differential in the rear with a 3.55 final drive ratio, as well as the dual exhaust with quad tips, and it sounds amazing, as we'll hear right now. Here, let's start this up, guys, because as you guys heard from the cold start, it sounds pretty amazing. That'll never get old. I'm in regular drive right now. These are the modes right here, yeah. So you got normal, sport plus, track only, C, manual. Okay, yeah, so we're not gonna be doing track. Then you got your drag strips if you want to do a launch. We're not gonna be doing that. And then wet, so you don't lose too much traction. So let's just do in sport. I feel like normal. There's a lot of reviews on that. Let's get a feel for sport and see how like it holds the throttles or holds the gears in the automatic. So make sure we don't scrape the front. It's a very nice lip. Don't want to mess it up. So okay, there's a red light button. That's just a little bit right there. All right. Oh my god.
Can't help but smile.
Yeah. Jeez. And it holds the gears really well. Like I think I clicked to towards like top end, but I'm gonna let it do its thing honestly and see how it figures it out. So as you guys can tell, this thing is a beast. 5 liter, massively improved from the last gen 5 liter. There's a bunch of improvements in terms of the actual, they increase the bore, reduce the stroke, and so it's actually a little over 5 liters compared to the last gen. But you know what? I'm gonna shut up and let's see. Is it go down sport to use the paddle shifters? There we go. Okay. Let's wait to get some space here. And the third. Miles an hour. There you go. Let's shift down. So the gears, man, it's really snappy. Like it downshifts really quick. Doesn't really upset the balance of the car, so it matches the revs really well. I'm kind of speechless, honestly. This thing's amazing. Compared to the GT 350, which I drove, that was a manual. I'll link that up here if you guys want to check that out. So, given that I'm in the auto, I feel like, one, I don't need to learn the clutch, so it's much easier, more accessible for people to really make the most of the powertrain. You know, it's the 5 liter, it's one everyone wants, and the fact that this 10-speed automatic lets you take advantage of the full power band. It revs up to like 7,500 RPM, which is great, and it's really comfortable. This does have more of a sporty suspension, and yeah, I'm having no issues with it here in the streets. At least we'll do some street driving as well and check that out a little later. But in terms of creature comforts, you have it all. There's a steering mode. You can actually customize the steering response. You got normal, sport, and well, we'll see that in terms of turns, and then there's obviously a comfort mode as well. So that's nice. Let's go to sports. Feel how it is. If it really kind of makes it too tight for daily driving or not. So, but yeah, and I think even the AC's on. It's really quiet. That's a big plus. So I definitely feel the steering is tighter. It's a little more difficult. It takes more effort. But I think that's kind of the point. It gives you more of a direct steering response, which is nice. We're gonna do a pull just from like a slow speed, see how it goes. We're in second. Alright, a little bit loose in the back. You can expect that with a bunch of power. It's not like it snaps, so, you know, I mean, the memes online about, you know, Mustang spin out control, that's the past. You have independent rear suspension, which is really nice, and it's predictable. Like, you can kind of get a feel for once it's starting to be at the limit of that of your grip for the tires. So yeah, it makes it a little easier to drive, and you can avoid doing dangerous things. So let's just go back and drive. And yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the exhaust is it doesn't drone. Like, if I'm just cruising right here, turning around, like, you know, 1250 RPM, and you barely hear it. I mean, the mic's not picking it up, I can't hear it. And so that just shows that you can daily drive, you can cruise this thing to and from work. You might upset the neighbors, you know, in the morning, but I'm sure you won't be, you know, catching too much attention if you just want to cruise this day to day. I think from the factory, it's a really good setup. And even let's say this is not your cup of tea in terms of the factory setup, the aftermarket support for Mustangs is vast. So there's a bunch of other equipment you can get, you know, from different companies out there to make this really your own. That's a nice thing about the Mustangs, is there's so much customizability, both from the factory and then in the aftermarket. So
what I was gonna say too was about your turn. Mm-hmm. How fast were you going too? And it like just barely kind of you hit that like what at least?
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the nice thing is really predictable. Like, that's the thing that Mustangs were known for, is that they would just snap oversteer and then you'd lose it because of that, you know, fixed axle in the back. This one you really get to approach that limit.
What steering do you like better?
I think the sport's not bad, honestly. Like, I've kept it in this mode, and it's tighter, but I think I prefer it, honestly. Like, let's go to comfort just so I can see the third option. Not this one. Let's go to comfort, and yeah, it loosens up a lot. So like, maybe if you're in downtown, you're turning a lot, you know, you got a lot of your parking, and you got to make a lot of adjustments, I think that's a good option. But the fact that you kind of change it on the fly, it's really quick, and, you know, steering changes right away. So I think I'd go in sport in terms of the steering, since you just get that sport feel, and you get a good understanding of where the wheels are on the road. But yeah, I mean, here we are in traffic, and feels like a normal car. You know, the cool thing I think is the fact that you can see the hood lines from the driver's seat. Like, I'm gonna highlight the hood again because it looks really cool with those, you know, those side vents that come up from the front, and the color of this car really kind of accentuates that. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. You guys see this car is really fun, for even like just the amount we were able to drive it here. Some freeway, some street roads, and you know, highly recommend you go spec one out, see what options you want to pick, because there's a wide range of them out there. And if you guys want to see what Mossy Ford has in stock, I'll link them down below. I'll link some Mustang GT specifically that they have in stock, ones that I think are spec'd out pretty well. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Chase here, super helpful guy, knows a lot about Fords. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.